Hello, Wildcat friends, and welcome to a new year edition of the RISD School Zone. We've had a great week here at Rains ISD, a really good beginning. First week is always a little bit challenging as you learn new routines, new patterns a little bit, but really we've come out of it very, very well. We appreciate the hard work of our teachers and our students and the patience and kindness of our parents. And I really feel like we're getting into a good routine. I feel good about the school year. I'm joined today by a couple of my good friends and colleagues. We have John Portwood, who is Assistant Superintendent, and also Lindsay Hayes, who is Executive Director of Academics. We have some exciting news to share with you today, and I'm going to turn it over to them to do that.
We really do. We really do have some exciting news to share with you today. We're going to share with you some of our accountability updates. Recently, we had both the 24 and 25 accountability released. There were some injunctions, and it kind of bottlenecked and slowed down. So we're going to spend most of our time talking about 25, but we'll talk a little bit about 24 as well. And we're really excited with what we're going to get to share with you today. So this first slide we're going to look at looks at the intermediate A through F accountability over the last 3 cycles. You can see that in 2023, the intermediate was rated as a D campus. This led to several measures being taken by the district. We entered into a partnership with Region 7. We entered into some new curriculum in both math and reading. There was unbelievable effort put forth by the staff and the administration on that campus that we're very proud of, deserve great accolades. And you can see the growth there. Lindsay, what do you see?
In 2024, they saw their letter grade score grow 8 points to a 72 or a C. And then in 2025, they saw the score grow another 9 points for a full 17 points higher than it had been just 2 years before. So now they're at an 81 with a B.
That is fantastic, awesome news. Our next slide we're going to look at here is the junior high campus. This is very much similar to what we see at the intermediate. They've made tremendous strides over the past 3 accountability cycles. The administration, the staff on that campus really deserve a pat on the back for what they've done. They have put forth, again, another new curriculum. They've made some partnerships with Region 7 that have really led to some really big gains. Have you described those gains for us?
So in 23, the junior high had a 66 or a D, while it showed improvement in 2024 by 3 points and was still a D campus. The results for this year in 2025 were a major growth with 14 points in all, and now up to a letter grade of a B and score of an 80 for the campus.
That's great. That is awesome job by our junior high folks. The high school accountability is so much more complicated than the other 2 campuses. There's other factors that go into this besides the scores they make on their tests. CCMR, which stands for College Career Military Readiness, goes into that. The graduation rate goes into that. It's a very complex formula. Consistency is really kind of the story here for what the high school has done. We know that campus and all the campuses are pushing towards being an A campus, and so you can kind of describe what you see here, Lindsay.
So the high school started out in 2023 with a 79 as a C campus. In 2024, they grew 6 points at an 85, ending up as a B campus. And then this year for 2025, we took a slight downturn, ending up at an 81, but still maintaining that B for the campus. And we are excited about continuing with this upward trajectory moving forward in the future.
Absolutely. This next one we're looking at is our district A through F accountability. So it really seems odd that 3 Bs can somehow average out to a C for a district rating. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but that is the case this year. This really is an anomaly. You want to describe kind of our growth here though, Lindsay?
Sure. So our district is on an upward trajectory. We started out at a 69 in 2023. In 2025, we finalized at a 78, maintaining the C for a district and showing a total of a 9-point growth over that 2-year span.
That's a really good trajectory, really good path, and we know we're headed towards higher scores going forward. These next few slides that we're going to look at show really the average of a lot of tests. And so, Lindsay, if you'll talk about what they show, I'll kind of talk about the slides a little bit.
So this chart shows all subjects, all tests. This is all of our students and all of the tests that they take. It's a total of 20 state assessments given each year. So 20 tests, all subjects, all tests.
So when you run the numbers on all that and put all that together, 75% of our student body passed their state assessment this year. This is an increase of 14 percentage points since 2021, and it also marks the first year that we outpaced both the region and the state in their averages for this category.
So this chart shows all reading and English tests. So this would include 8 tests total, beginning at 3rd grade, ending in high school for English 2.
And this chart shows a really similar trajectory to what we just saw. 17 percentage point increase since 2021, and for the first time in that span, we also again passed the region and passed the state in their averages for these tests.
This chart shows all math tests. This is a total of 7 tests, again starting in 3rd grade and taking us through high school Algebra 1.
This chart shows an upward trajectory. It's more subtle than the previous charts that we looked at. In 2021, or since 2021, we've increased by 8 percentage points. We are even with the region for the first time in that span. We caught the region for this average. It is worth noting, however, that our chart is showing a slight upward trajectory, and both the region and the state during that same time span has shown a slight downward trajectory. So in other words, while the region and the state averages are going down, ours continue up. And so we continue to make gains even as the test becomes more difficult for most.
So this chart shows similar data for all science tests. This is a total of 3 tests starting in 5th grade, and then they take science again in 8th, and then in high school they take the biology test.
This is a really, really exciting chart. As you can see that for a number of years there, we were very close to the region and the state, but we were below them slightly for several years, and then there is a sharp uptick in 2025. From 2021 to 2024, we only really saw a 4% of increase during that time. And then last year in 2025, we saw an 11 percentage point jump. And in doing that, we far outpaced the region and the state in these tests.
So this chart shows all social studies tests. It's only 2 tests that they take in school for history or for social studies, which would include 8th grade and U.S. history in high school.
This is an interesting chart. This chart actually shows a downturn followed by a very sharp uptick. We only show 9 percentage points of increase since 2021. However, you can see that in 2023 there was a dip that we made some gains back for in 2024. But since 2023, which is our lowest point, we saw a 21-point uptick. And once again, we've outpaced the region and the state in both of these tests. This marks the first year in this time span that we were able to outpace the region, be even or outpace the region in every state in every test, and do very similar with regards to the state. So those are some very, very exciting charts that we're able to show, some very, very exciting numbers that we're able to show, and we're really, really excited for what the future holds. So as you can see, we've done really fantastic. We've seen some great growth. We've seen some really great results, and we're really excited about that. Our theme this year is full steam ahead. That full steam ahead leads towards really 2 things. We are building on the success that we've had, some of the stuff we've shared to you, but we're accelerating toward excellence in the future. That excellence to us looks like A's across the district, and that is, I know, what our campus administration, what our campus staff, and what our students are working hard towards doing, and we are very, very excited to continue on this path.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Portwood and Ms. Hayes. That is really exciting news. As was mentioned, that doesn't mean we're satisfied with where we are. We know we have a lot of room to grow, and we're determined to do that. And I just ask for your support. We want this district to be something that our whole community is very proud of. And we think we already have many of those things in place, but we're on our way to even greater things. So full steam ahead.
Full steam ahead.
Full steam ahead.
Go Cats.